The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. D.A., take it away.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. Ron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Jay. Bodyguard is out there with the closer. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Blackman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jay. Jay out there with Cowboy. And it's Durant. And it's Irving at the point. Here's Blackman. Here's Charles. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Stripped it away. Here's Charles. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Durant just inside the line. Gets to the corner and buries it.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here's Tatum. To the left side wing. Hits it from three-point range.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And here are the Nets. Here's Irving. Not going to go that time.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game. An absolute torture for a defender to guard.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. It's stolen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize.
Take a break.
Let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in this starring role.
First free throw is good.
What's incredible to me is Kyrie Irving at 6'3". Does he possess incredible eye-popping athleticism? No. But he can create his own shot anytime he wants, and his finishing ability is as good as it gets in the NBA.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, the big expectations for the Celtics going into last season never translated to the success many thought they would have. The vast majority of experts predicted that the Celtics would be in the NBA Finals. They were unequivocally, I think, the most disappointing team in the league. They just couldn't put the pieces together.
Now, here is Irving. It's deflected. 1:51 left in the first quarter.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's up?
endorse the depth of talent for the Celtics. In the end, it was their undoing.
100% right, Kevin. Too many players were unhappy about their roles. Too many guys felt like they could be doing more and could never adjust. As a group, trying to stay upbeat and connected with that amount of talent proves something the Celtics were incapable of doing. It draws more attention to the Warriors' sustained success. Their ability to make all that talent work was impressive.
One shot.
And that one falls for Irving.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Now here's Pierce. Excellent D there from Allen. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. No good with the layup. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. Yeah, you could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Walker. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Irving passes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Walker, bounce pass. They need this. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of this. And he knocks down the first one. Jay's checked in for Brooklyn. Boston also with the sub. Cantor's checked in. He's off on the second. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jay, the pass to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. Buries it from three-point range.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Walker. Stolen away. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Allen is out there with G. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Jay, and it's Jordan in at the center. Now, here's Dinwiddie. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Allen passes to Jay. It's deflected. Allen dishes to Jordan. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 5. Here's G. And he misses his first shot of the game. Celtics trail by 10. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Mr. Move comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And the Celtics also making a change. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Beast. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Canner. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. Count it. Walker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Boston. Doris, if you had to list a player with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind. James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Brooklyn shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for two.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
The baseline jam. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Charles.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's LeVert. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's denied. And he gets it back. Hope they get it back. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up again. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And Brooklyn making a change. Durant's checked in. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. Jay, the pass to Mr. Moves. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Celtics trail by 6. Uncovered. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Mr. Moves. It's blocked. They get it back. Pass to Cowboy. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Boy, you love the aggression. This is where Tatum has improved, converting off the bounce.
Here's Mr. Moves. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The 15-footer. It's not going to go for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Nets out in front. They lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the season. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. On the floor for Boston, Jay out there with Tatum. Then it's the bodyguard, and it's the closer. And it's Blackman in at the 5 down low. Irving surveying the floor. Oh, good on that one. Celtics trail by 4. There's the closer, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, that's just an emphatic throwdown there.
That one reverberated throughout the building.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
The bodyguard passes to Charles. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Burnett shooting a low 30% right now on every offensive performance. The pass to Irving. Here's Cowboy. This one for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
The bodyguard can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot. Now, I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call. Good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Doors Chris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And, Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for Jay. G comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jay. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Jay's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Here's G. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Beyond the arc. No good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Dinwiddie covering. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from T. Knocked loose. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one hits back iron. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Say that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
This is it to Walker. Thomas with the ball. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Allen.
Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Allen right side. Jay guarded by Walker. From the line. Misses off the left iron. Thomas kicks to Walker. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And that makes it a tie ball game.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Durant is out there with Jay. Then it's G. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Mr. Moves in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The quick look, no good that time. Nice ball movement by Boston. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Fires from 18, rejected by Pierce. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Mr. Moves, and he's good on the three ball. Mr. Moves got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's the closer, and it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. Mr. Williams. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Jay's checked in for G. So he gets them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Celtics trail by 5. Now a timeout called by Boston. Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Nets leading by 5. Here's Jay, and it's blocked.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Mr. Moves passes to Jay. Inside and stolen by Thomas. Pass to Charles. Back to Thomas. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Mr. Moves. Killer two-handed slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
No one covered.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment, he is unafraid.
Timeout called the Nets. They're in front by 5. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Now, here is Irving. And there's the pass to Jay. Outside, KD. Pass to Jay. Back to KD. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. The bodyguard passes to Charles. 1:19 left to play here in the fourth. Got a hand on it. 3-on-3. Here's Jay. And the Nets miss again. Tatum passes to the closer. Here's the teardrop. is off. And here's Boston. It's a 5-point game. The bodyguard passes to Tatum. Pass to the closer. And the pass to the bodyguard. Misses the three. And now we've got the intentional foul. Walker's checked in for the Celtics.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Celtics. Number
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Nets, Kyrie Irving. 2 shots.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. It's Brown on the wing. And the 3 off target.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both ends today. How did you get yourself going?
I think it was just us trying to come out and win a game at home. We know how important these are. Every game that we play is important, so we just got to keep it going.
And you protected the home court well, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.